it's anecdote. Today's video is going to be a very special one, as we are going to talk about Moore's Law. If you don't know what it is, watch the video till the end. If you love watching videos related to mysteries and myths, please subscribe to this channel and hit the tiny bell icon. Every person in the semiconductor industry knows what Moore's Law is. For those who don't, here's what it is. Moore's Law is an observation that the number of transistors in a dense integrated circuit doubles every 2 years. It's not really a common thing you will expect to find in your physics textbooks. In 1965, Gordon E. Moore perceived that the number of transistors on a microchip doubles, though the cost of computers decreases in half. So according to this, the efficiency of our computers will increase, and the pressure on our wallets will drop. This growth has been expected to be exponential. This law was not a law before. It was a mere statement made by Moore after noticing the emerging trends in chip manufacturing at Intel. It was considered to be a prediction, or also known as the golden rule. Shared Blame feels the need to change his computer or phone once in 2 years, or max 4 years. This phenomenon can be blamed on the law as well. However, this may be coming to an end very soon. A trending tag on Twitter says, experts feel that this will cease to end in about 10 to 20 years. There are limits to shrink the size of the components on the chip physically. If Moore's Law continues its present trend, then engineers will have to make transistor components the size of a hydrogen atom, which is 120 picometers. Today, in 2020, the size of the elements in transistors is approximately 5 nanometers apart. If this law comes to an end, it will not mean the end of computers because, as mentioned earlier, it is not a universal law like that of Newton. It is an observable exponential trend. The developments will not cease to end, it will just be at a slower rate. Who would have predicted the smartphones, which every Tom, Dick, and Harry has today, back in the 1990s? We will, however, end up squeezing more performance out of the same chip for better performance. It will only mean better algorithms. To make more specialized processors instead is the way to overcome the slowing down of advances in general-purpose chips by the chip designers. As our graph falls, chip makers will increase production on specialized chips. However, life is no longer revolving in these chips. Cloud computing is a new advancement. Now, our machines can get a lot smarter without any change in their processes every 18 months. Nowadays, we have materials other than silicone, which are more conducting and durable, which could be the future. 3D transistors hold a bright light in the doors of tomorrow. Quantum computing is the new it in the industry nowadays, which now is an expensive and experimental idea, but could replace transistors tomorrow. However, a few experts such as Jim Keller, head of Intel, do not believe we'll lose Moore's Law anytime soon. He says there will be hundreds of variables involved, which will keep this moving forward. There are chances of 30 times of improvement in performance in chips in the forthcoming years. If economists are right, then much of the growth in the 1990s or 2000s was due to the microchip's evolution. To find the successor technology takes a lot of money and time to be invested. It needs the collaboration between the government and the industry to boost growth. It was predicted that Moore's Law would end a few years earlier, and if that were to be accurate, then we wouldn't have iPhones, Alexa, or movie streaming. Suppose we don't continue improving our computer services. Who knows what we may be missing out in the next 20 to 30 years? Who would have predicted that Google will be one of the largest search engines worldwide, with one search being made every 1 minute about 20 years ago? If a single reduction, a method used to solve 2 or more codes, even if it is highly inefficient, is 80% efficient as a custom solution, it will reduce the efficiency by about 100 times. The end of Moore's Law does not mean that Silicon Valley is grinding to a halt. It just means that to make real progress in fields like artificial intelligence or robotics, we must get more creative and spend more time on performance engineering our software. So guys, what's your opinion? Please drop your comment and let me know. If you liked today's video, tap the thumbs up. For constant updates, don't miss hitting the red subscribe button along with that tiny bell icon. We always bring you the most amazing facts. Be curious, never stop discovering, and keep watching Anecdote. See you soon.